for Nepal tour is we've picked a squad of 24, and then we've picked 7 under-23 players that will train and be part of the squad for experience going forward. These are players that have been recognised by myself, Stuart and the BFF of performing well in phase 1, so we thought it's a good opportunity for younger players to be involved with the national team. If we get any injuries during the squad of 24, these youngsters will step in as standby in the squad. So going through the squad, we have from Bashunda Kings, Zico, Gosh, Rimon, Johnny, Biblo, Safil, Montimia. From Dakrabani, we have Sahil, goalkeeper, Badshah, Sohil Rana, Sad. From Saif, we have Ramat Mia, Rafi, Arafat, and Jamal Buyon. He's not Saif, but he is at the minute. And then from Muqtajuda, we have Mohammed Emon, we have Mahedi Hassan and Royale from Muqtajuda. From Sheikh Russell, we have Rana and Abdullah. From Chittagong, we have Manik and Rakib. From Hamadan, we have Sohag, and from Barandara, we have Simon Riza. That's the 24 for the national team. And the 7 younger players selected from Barandara is Mitu Mama, keeper, Mohammed Atik Kuzaman. From Saif, Shahid. From Hamadan, sorry. Then from Saif, Abu Shahid, Rahim Uddin, Hassan Rimon, and Fahim. And from Police, Mohammed Jul. So they make up the 7 youngsters. Probably, without putting any pressure on Suman, I think he's been the best Bangladeshi with Rakib in phase 1. I think both him and Rakib have been very consistent in the first phase of the league. They've scored goals, they've played very well, they've created, they've worked hard. And even Abdullah in that, I think them 3 have been the players for me that have stood out in phase 1 of the league so far. Yeah, he can do. I think there's a number of players that can do that, but Simon can do that, yeah. Yeah, I think with Jamal we'll just have to see how we go along. He has a game on the 21st, so it could be difficult for him not to get into Nepal, depending on that game. If he doesn't get into Nepal, it's not an issue. I know what Jamal can do. The Nepal tour for me is about giving all these players an opportunity to see if they're good enough for international football. I know that Jamal is good enough to play for Bangladesh. I don't need to see what he's capable of doing. I know what he's capable of doing. If he comes to Nepal, great, we've added him. If he doesn't, no problem, we bring a younger person in to fill the bench and we give someone else a chance. It depends. His last game is 21st, so we're looking to see what the possibilities are if he plays on the 21st, how we can get him to Nepal, depending on when the flights are available to get from here or India to Nepal. To see if these players that we selected are good enough to play for Bangladesh national team. I'm not worried about winning the cup. I want to win every game for Bangladesh. I'll stress that we want to win. I'm not worried if we win the cup or not. For me, it's about, we've picked 10 new players here, 9 or 10 new players. So it's an opportunity for me to see if they're better than the players that have played previously for Bangladesh. If they are great, we now know that they're ready to go into June. If they don't perform and they're not good enough, we know that the players who we selected before are better, and then I decide who we take to June. So for me, it's a good opportunity to give these players, opportunity for these players as well, to show me that they're good enough to be selected for the main target, which is June.
In different parts, there are lots of gossip about your job in Bangladesh team.
Yeah.
Do you think management can justify your activity with TV?
Well, I would like to think that my record justifies me having a job. I don't think I have ever in 2.5 years spoke about myself or records and stuff like that. But if you look at before I come to now, we're in a much better place now than we was 2.5 years ago. The record that we've got over that 2.5 years is far better than any other coach that's been in Bangladesh, except for the coach who won SAF Championship. So my job is to emulate that, is to win the SAF Championship. Then I could rightly say I'm the best coach Bangladesh ever had. At the minute, I feel I'm up there. I'm in the top 2. I'm not number 1. So my aim is to get to number 1. I don't think, if we lose both games, I don't think my job is under pressure, because I'm not focused on these 2 games. Even if we lose the 3 games in June, I don't think my job will be under pressure, because they're 3 tough games that we're playing. We've now lost home advantage. We're now playing in another country. If we come to that stage, no problem. Any coach can't do a job and worry about getting sacked. You can't do your job properly. I've got full support from BFF. We've had good conversations. Everyone's really positive. We want to keep driving national team forward, and that's all we're focused on doing.
There is no hope because of the
Yeah.
So that line is almost there are many new players.
Yes.
Yep. And at the same time, in upfront there are no keyboard, no solo.
Yep.
So how do you actually manage the backline and appetite the upfront?
Yeah, well, look, all these boys have been playing in the league. So all the defenders know how to defend. They've been coached and trained to defend. The forwards know how to create and score. So my job is just combining that all together, making sure that the new players who come into the setup know how we work. That's my job, to make sure that they understand how I want to play and how I want to defend. The new players coming in that play up front, they need to know where I want them to be and the movements we need to make to create chances. So that's my job in training in the camp, to get that point across with training and presentations in the evening with video. So that's what I have to do in the next 10 days. The players that adapt and can work out how we want to play are the ones that are going to play well. People that don't adapt quick enough, they might struggle to start with, but that's why we're playing these games, so that to see if they're mentally ready to be in the national team.